Hey there, listeners. Have you been watching the wonderful spectacle that we get to experience every 4 years called the Olympic Games? You know what? Sitting and watching the athletes step forward and share their awesomeness with the world is just amazing. And when you see their faces and their emotions after every heat, game, or final, and then standing on the podium, I wonder what's going through their minds behind those eyes. What's happening beyond the finish line? Let's discuss.
Welcome to Leadership is Changing. Each week, we and our guests provide information and insights through exploring leading change. This is taking your leadership to another level by finding the balance between executive excellence and personal well-being through stories that inspire real change. It's time to adapt in our fast-moving world when leadership is changing with your host, Denis Gianoutsos.
Hey, welcome to the Ask Dennis episode. This is a freestyle episode where I'm asked a question by our listeners or share my thoughts, experiences, and insights from working with many leaders around the globe. Well, the Olympic Games, that sort of stands as the pinnacle of athletic achievement, a global stage where the world's best athletes come together to compete. They're showing you and me and the world their skills, their talent, determination, and willpower. As the athletes prepare for their events, a lot of thoughts and a lot of emotions are going through their bodies and their minds instantly. And these moments tend to sum up the years and sometimes decades of relentless training, sacrifices, and that unwavering commitment to excellence. Listeners, I just love talking about this stuff, and I don't know about you, but when I watch these athletes finishing their events, or they're being interviewed by the press, or they're standing there on that podium, I get emotional. Yep, I start crying as well, because I think about what they've actually gone through. Now, if you think about and you start to manage and the preparation for their event, that mental battle, in the moments leading up to their events, they start to experience a mixture of that intense focus and maybe even increased anxiety. There is this mental battle going on for them. The pressure to perform at their best can be quite overwhelming, as they know that there's been years of preparation and it boils down to a few critical moments or minutes or seconds. And it could be seconds. It could be just that person sort of lunging to the finish line just a little bit more, centimeters, inches, that could make the difference. Now, they tend to use visualization techniques that will help them through that mentally rehearse their performance. So what they start to do is they start to picture each of their moments and what they're going to go and do, but they do it with precision. In fact, that mental preparation is actually quite important for them to start to calm their nerves and start to reinforce their confidence. Despite all the training that they've had, self-doubt can start to creep in. So athletes tend to have to fight with positive affirmations and a focus on their strengths. Sometimes we talk about you running your own race, doing your own game, and that's where that comes along. Now, they remind themselves about all those countless hours spent sharpening their skills, the early mornings, the late nights, the dedication to their sport and their dreams. The support that they've had from coaches and family and friends tend to play a vital role in helping strengthen their determination. It provides a sense of belonging and motivation to succeed, not just for themselves, but for everyone who has been part of their journey. Now, there is this emotional sort of kind of situation happen at the conclusion of an Olympic event that often brings a flood of emotions. And it's regardless of what the outcome is, right? And for those who achieve victory, they are just so elated and they are lost for words. And winning a medal represents that pinnacle of their sporting career, a reward for the hard work and dedication. And the tears in this moment, this time, could be a mixture of joy, relief, and gratitude. Athletes reflect on the obstacles that they've overcome, the sacrifices they've made, and that unwavering support that they've received. Even for those who don't win, the emotional impact is huge. The disappointment can be hard, but it's tempered with that recognition of having competed on the world's biggest stage. Athletes often express gratitude for their experience, but there's that willingness to return stronger, using the event, the Olympic Games, as a learning experience for future competitions. In other words, they're getting back on the horse, back in the saddle to move on and come back better and stronger. But standing on the medal podium, it's an amazing experience. Look, I've experienced this personally. Okay, I haven't been on the Olympic stage, and I get that as well. But the feeling is an amazing experience. So being it in the Olympics and being on that podium will be something out of this world. And so the athletes will then look at the crowd. They will hear their national anthem playing, and they feel an immense sense of pride and accomplishment. The moment is a sum of all their hard work, a testament to their resilience and perseverance. They think of the countless hours of training, the moments of doubt and pain, and once again that unwavering belief in their ability to succeed. Now, the journey to the Olympics has never been done by oneself. Athletes are aware that they have that supportive network around them that's been instrumental for their success. As I said earlier on, it's about the coaches who have provided guidance and strategy, family members who have offered emotional and maybe even financial support, and friends who have been there to share their triumph and also share their hard times with them and pulling them up to keep them going. You see, the medal is really much a symbol of the athlete's dedication, as it is a tribute to those who have supported them along the way. But you know what? The road to the Olympics is paved with hard work, commitment, discipline, and an unyielding focus on excellence. It's that pursuit of excellence. Athletes, they tend to sort of maintain a very strong, rigid training program, and often balancing it with other life responsibilities. That commitment and their commitment is tested daily, require them to push through that physical exhaustion and mental fatigue. Discipline is massive. Discipline is number one for them. Athletes, they adhere to strict diets. They may need to follow that really strong and precise training schedule. And sometimes they have to forego social activities to make sure that they stay on track. Now, this level of dedication is not just about physical preparedness. It also involves mental toughness and emotional resilience. The focus on consistency, turning up every day, giving their best, and continuously striving to improve is what sets Olympians apart. That pursuit of excellence is really a relentless journey. It demands sacrifices that many are not willing to make. But for these athletes, the opportunity to compete at the Olympics is worth every single piece of that hardship and what they go through. Their drive to be the best in their field propels them forward, and even in the face of adversity. So it is about embracing a champion mindset. The Olympic Games serve as that powerful reminder that what can be achieved with dedication, hard work, and the right mindset. The athletes, they are the role models. They exemplify the champion mindset. What they do is they demonstrate that excellence, and they show that it's not a destination, but it's actually a journey. As I said, it could be years, could be decades of them going through all this. Leaders and high performers who embrace these principles can achieve remarkable success in their fields. They can inspire others, and they can leave a lasting impact. You see, the stories of Olympic athletes, just not tales of personal triumph, but they are universal lessons in the power of human potential. And this, listeners, is why I love watching the Olympic Games. By adopting the champion mindset, we, you and I, everybody, can all strive to reach our own heights of excellence, whether on the sports field, in the boardroom, or in any area of life. Well, let's bring this episode to a close, and I'm just going to say as a call of action is check out the Olympic Games, but just sit there and think about when you're watching somebody on that podium or you're seeing someone finish that event, what's going on for them, what's happening, and just actually feel that emotion and what's happening for them. Download the 10 ways to lead in today's world. Get that document if you haven't. It's in the show notes. There'll be a link there for you. Hey, listeners, that's it for this episode. It's always a pleasure being with you. Thanks for joining me on the Leadership is Changing podcast. Until next time, bye for now.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Leadership is Changing with your host, Denis Gianoutsos. Each week, we and our guests provide information and insights through exploring leading change, inspiring executives and leaders to adapt and lead a bigger game in a fast-moving world.